Good morning, viewers. Welcome back to the Breakfast News. Before we look at the news in detail, let's take a look at today's headlines first. Meghalaya declares holiday for schools and colleges today, ahead of FIFA World Cup final. Nongthaleo farmers face heavy losses as radish prices crash to 2 to 4 rupees per kg. Nine killed as flash floods, landslides ravage Nagaland. Monsoon session of Parliament to begin today. US President Trump confirms fresh US strikes on Iran in retaliation for American troop deaths. Now let's take a look at the news in detail. First, the local news. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has announced a holiday for all schools and colleges in Meghalaya today to allow students and young football fans to watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 final between Spain and Argentina. He said football is a passion and way of life in Meghalaya, and the decision was taken so youngsters can enjoy the historic match, which kicked off at 12:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time.
I have some good news, especially for our football lovers. Apart from the fact that Spain and Argentina have made it to the finals, I would like to inform all of you that I have decided that tomorrow, Monday, will be a holiday for all educational institutions, including schools and colleges. As we know, that football is a passion and is a way of life in our state. And in order to allow our youngsters to truly enjoy it, we have come to this decision. Enjoy the finals and wish you all the very best.
Farmers in Nongthaleo village of Eastern West Khasi Hills have appealed for government intervention after the price of red radish plunged to just 2 to 4 rupees per kilogram, leaving them with heavy financial losses. Many farmers were forced to dump their produce in the fields as transport and marketing costs exceeded returns. They also alleged unfair weight deductions by traders and urged the government to ensure fair pricing, saying a minimum rate of 10 to 15 rupees per kilogram would help them recover their cultivation costs.
Kita tahu kayak ustad ni mah ni sudah lang ni tu mah poi mah sesuai kat beli kita dah lang ni su abe ipan au tengka lai tengka tentang ipan muli minta ipan sau tengka lai tengka jadi hasil yang kita kata tu mah ini hat tabai sebok tabai ini hat susah no mah apa lah sebok pelat entar
Now the regional news in detail. At least 9 people were killed in Nagaland after flash floods and landslides triggered by torrential rains caused widespread devastation across several districts. The worst hit Mon district reported multiple landslides, damaged homes and blocked roads, while rescue operations are underway to recover the remaining victims. Chief Minister Nephew Rio announced an ex gratia of 4 lakh for the families of the deceased and 74,000 for each injured person. The Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority has issued an orange alert for all districts till tomorrow. And now the national news in detail. The monsoon session of Parliament to begin today and will continue till August 13th with 19 sittings scheduled for over 25 days. Several key legislations including the Supreme Court Amendment Bill 2026, the Prevention of Insults to National Honour Bill 2026 and amendments related to income tax, MSMEs and registration of births and deaths are expected to be discussed. Ahead of the session, the government held an all-party meeting urging political parties to ensure smooth and constructive proceedings.
संसद का मानसून सत्र कल से शुरू होगी। आज सरकार ने ऑल पार्टी का फ्लोर लीडर्स का बैठक बुलाया है। हम पूरे पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को अनुरोध करते हैं कि ये जो मानसून सत्र है इसको अच्छी तरह से चलाने में सब योगदान करें, सहयोग करें। पार्लियामेंट सबका है और सरकार जो भी बिजनेस बिल्स लेके आएंगे, मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि सारे अपोजिशन पार्टीज और रूलिंग पार्टीज सारे मेंबर्स अच्छी तरह से हिस्सा लेंगे। और एक और मैं विपक्ष के साथियों को कहना चाहता हूं कि पहले में भी पार्लियामेंट को काफ़ी चलाने में दिक्कत आई थी क्योंकि हंगामा बहुत ज़्यादा हुआ था। हंगामा होने से कोई लाभ नहीं होता है और लोग पसंद नहीं करता है। लोग चाहते हैं कि पार्लियामेंट सुचारू रूप से चले। ये सब चाहते हैं, देश का जनता चाहते हैं, हम सब भी यही चाहते हैं।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated the Indian teams for their outstanding performance at the International Chemistry and Biology Olympiads. India recorded its best ever performance at the 58th International Chemistry Olympiad by winning 4 gold medals, while the team also secured medals including 1 gold at the 37th International Biology Olympiad in Lithuania. The Prime Minister said the achievement reflects the students' brilliance and dedication and will inspire more young minds to pursue excellence in science. India's ambassador to Moldova and Romania, Dr. Manoj Kumar Mahapatra, has described President Draupadi Murmu's upcoming visit to the two countries as historic. He said the visit will elevate India's ties with Moldova to a broad-based partnership while strengthening economic cooperation with Romania, a key European Union partner, especially with the expected conclusion of the India-EU Free Trade Agreement.
It would not only be strengthening our bilateral relationship, it would be helping us to take the relationship to the next level. That is number one. Number two, it would be identifying the few new areas of collaboration, cooperation. We would be very much happy to work on those areas. Number three, through parliamentary exchanges, it would be strengthening the parliamentary collaborations. We have coined a term, it is called speed. What is speed? S stands for supply chain management, P stands for pharmaceutical, E stands for energy, E stands for education, another D stands for digital, means artificial intelligence, another D stands for defense. These are the areas we would be very much happy to work with Moldova and Romania. So this visit would be identifying the new areas of collaboration, cooperation, whether it is energy, whether it is education, whether it is defense, whether it is digital.
The Delhi High Court has declined to immediately order the transfer of activist Sonam Wangchuk from Safdarjung Hospital to a private hospital, stating that the government's decision to move him from Jantar Mantar was not arbitrary. Hearing a plea filed by his wife Gitanjali Angmo, the court noted that the doctors were monitoring his condition and treating him with his consent, while issuing notices to the centre, Safdarjung Hospital and Delhi Police to respond within 3 days. Wangchuk was shifted to Safdarjung Hospital on 21st day of his hunger strike. At least 11 people were killed and 7 others remain missing after torrential rains triggered flash floods and landslides in Jammu and Kashmir's Rajouri and Poonch districts. The worst hit Surankote Tehsil in Poonch witnessed multiple house collapse and flood-related incidents, while rescue teams continue searching for the missing. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha and Chief Minister Omar Abdullah have directed immediate relief efforts as the Meteorological Department has warned of more heavy rainfall in the region till July 23rd. Now the international news in detail. US President Donald Trump has confirmed that American forces carried out fresh strikes on Iran, saying the attacks were launched in retaliation for the deaths of US troops. Trump said the operation was intended to honor the fallen service members and prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. He also claimed Iran's military had been severely weakened and asserted that the United States controls the Strait of Hormuz. The latest strikes mark a further escalation in the ongoing US-Iran conflict.
Well, we feel very badly, but you know, those great people, those great patriots were out there fighting that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Iran has been very, very badly damaged. They've lost everything almost militarily. They've got very little left. They've got some missiles. They've got some drones. They've got some manufacturing ability, not much. We control the strait. They don't control anything. So we'll see what happens. But we hit them very hard again tonight. And we did that in honor of the probably 3. It's probably 3 as opposed to 2. Great patriots.
And now the news in sports. Spain lifted their second FIFA World Cup title after defeating Argentina 1-0 in extra time in the final at New Jersey. Ferran Torres scored the decisive goal in the 106th minute as Spain dominated the match, restricting Lionel Messi's side to just 2 shots throughout 120 minutes. The victory mirrors Spain's 2010 World Cup triumph, while Argentina's bid for a 4th consecutive major international title came to an end. France striker Kylian Mbappe has won the FIFA World Cup 2026 Golden Boot, becoming the first player to finish as the tournament's top scorer at multiple World Cups. Mbappe scored 10 goals and provided 4 assists, overtaking Argentina Lionel Messi, who ended with 8 goals and 4 assists after being kept scoreless in the final against Spain. Spain goalkeeper Unai Simon won the Golden Glove. Now let's take a look at the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 23 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 29 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 94% and rainfall 5.5 millimeters. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 18 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 23 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 80% and rainfall 4.3 millimeters. Meanwhile, in Juwai, minimum temperature 18 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 22 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 94% and rainfall 4.4 millimeters. The forecast in Tura, Shillong and Juwai says moderate rain with thunderstorm likely at many places. Before we wrap this up, let's take a look at today's headlines once again. Meghalaya declares holiday for schools and colleges today for FIFA World Cup final. Nong Tleo farmers face heavy losses as radish prices crash to 2 to 4 rupees per kg. Nine killed as flash floods, landslides ravage Nagaland. Monsoon session of Parliament to begin today. US President Trump confirms fresh US strikes on Iran in retaliation for American troop deaths. Thank you for watching the Breakfast News. Stay tuned for the Khasi News Bulletin coming up next. You can also follow us on our social media platforms to stay in touch with the latest news. This is Daphne Kharkongor, and before we sign off, a quick reminder that rain is expected across the state, so carry your umbrellas, take care and be alert.